What's going on? Shalom to all my Hebrew brothers and sisters all over the four corners of the world. Even my Hebrew brothers and sisters that don't believe they Hebrew. Shalom to you too. Um, it's been a minute, since I posted anything on any social media. Just been life's been life, and what can I say? Just maintaining and trying to take care of my family and just watching events unfold and watching Yah send judgments and warnings and signs every day. I mean, look in the sky. It don't even look normal. It don't even look like it used to look. It the weather it is on something else. It's from him. It's from him, and I mean, a lot of the Gentiles see it. I know my awakened Israelite brothers know what time it is, and sisters, they know what time it is. I see our people just spreading the true gospel and sharing with people and telling them, who Israel really is and what these judgments are and why they're coming. And truth of the matter is, most people are going to reject it. Most people are not going to believe who Israel. They're not going to believe who the Messiah is. They're stuck in what they've been given by the oppressor. They don't believe the truth, because if you believe the truth of the scriptures, you will see for yourself that the Israelite writers pointed out how they looked and how their Messiah looked and how the Most High looked. They pointed all that stuff out. Those descriptions are not metaphorical. They're not uh, allegorical. They're literal. When you see statements like "I am black," that's not a metaphor. Don't let no pastor tell you it's a metaphor. When you read Lamentations 4:8 and Lamentations 5:10, and tell me that don't mean what it say. See, we've been given our people, have been given a religion by our oppressors. I was a staunch, devout believer in that religion for a long time, not understanding who I was and convinced it didn't matter. Didn't matter knowing who I was in the scripture. Didn't matter, and none of that mattered. It wasn't a book about color or race. But yet, every time I watched a movie, every time something was presented to me, it was a certain race presented to me. It was a certain image given to me over and 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 over again until it was embedded in my brain that this is what they look like and this is who they are. That was done intentionally. That was done intentionally to hide the truth. It's not that there's a problem with the scriptures per se, although they did do their edits and the Europeans chopped out what they wanted to chop out. They took away the things that would have shed light on some of the doctrines that they sold us. And now, many people are afraid to open those books. They've been convinced by their pastors and convinced by the Catholic Church and convinced by the Protestant Church that if you read those books, you're going to hell. They're evil. They don't want you to read Jasher, the book of Jasher. They don't want you to read the book of Enoch. They don't want you to read Jubilees, because so much information is in there that blows away a lot of false doctrine. A lot of things that we've been told in church would get cut to shreds. They don't want you to read your apocryphal writings. They don't want you to read Second Esdras. Don't go there. They don't want you looking at that book. So many that they took out that would help shed light, where you could see what many Israelite teachers are saying and understand. It's not hate to say that we are the people. That's not hateful. This awakening is not about black and white. It's not about color. It's about truth versus a lie. It's about believing the truth. There are even white Gentiles, so-called white Gentiles, expressing the same thing. And still, many of the people that look like me are stuck on, I'm just happy being black. We're just happy, happy. You're not. You're taught to dismiss your people have endured here and think that there's no judgment for it or no consequence for it. But there is. I mean, how do you think we got to the state we are? Well, that was a judgment against us for what our ancestors did and what we continued to do. So the people that oppressed us, you don't think that the Most High is going to, hold them accountable? He wouldn't be just. Our Elohim loves a just balance. He loves a just balance. How could he love a just balance if he wasn't balanced? The idea that you're going to be scooped away just in the nick of time, called the rapture, is scooped away just in the nick of time before you have to deal with the consequences of what you've done on this earth. It's a lie. It's false. It's been given to you so you could think that you could do whatever. The people that oppressed us, that oppressed the true Israelites, could have a good time and think nothing of what we've endured and what they've done. And that as long as they believed in white Jesus, he was going to whisk them away. But that's just not true. You're going to find that out. You're going to find that out. And whether Trump wins or Biden wins, you're going to find out it's not going to save America. It's not. The scripture Jeremiah, was it 50 or 51, say we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. If you would have done, you could have obtained some mercy from the Most High. You could have said, hey, we paid these people. We tried to make sure we repaired what we did. But for the hardness of your hearts, you're not going to do it. And that's okay. Because we going to stand on Genesis 15:13. In 400 years, right? We were enslaved in a strange land. And after that, we going to come out with great, he going to judge that nation and we going to come out with great substance. That lets you know that y'all ain't forgot what's old. Our Elohim has not forgot what's old. And if you're a Gentile, that shouldn't anger you. You should not be angry that people that were damaged are getting repaired. You're not that angers you that the people who were damaged the most should be compensated or repaired or receive restitution. Then you're evil. You that's evil in your heart. Because you don't have it for any other group that was repaired. You have no negative thing to say about any other group that says, hey, we want to get paid, because they've already been paid. They've already received it. And you have nothing to say about it. You're fine with that, but don't let these N-words start talking about they want some money. That's where you draw the line. See, that's the hatred in your heart that you're going to have to work out, because the Messiah you say you believe in look like the people you hate, whether you believe it or not. He looked like the people you hate. And he's not coming back here to give anybody hugs and kisses. He coming back judging. Read Joel 3. That's not hypothetical either. That's not a metaphorical scripture. That prophecy is about his righteous wrath against the Gentile nations. And he tell you why he angry at him. So you can't. There's no point in trying to play dumb. We don't know why the Messiah come back doing what he does, which is judge the nations. You really think he gonna remove half the population before he come? He gonna rapture away people that can't stand his people and really can't stand him if they understood the truth? No. He's not gonna do that. He is going to judge. And that doesn't mean that we as Israel can do whatever we like, because he's our kinsman redeemer. We understand we have to keep the covenant. We understand these commandments are still valid. We've awakened to the truth that the commandments of the Most High have not gone away. But the people that sold us that lie and convinced us for so long of that lie, they're going to be judged too. There's a judgment for that. And I'm just, sharing some thoughts. I know many of you have heard it before. You've heard other fellow Israelites tell you the truth and share the truth. And I just, my hope really is for our people to, we wake up, those that are still hesitant. Wake up to the truth, because time is running out. Shalom.